The children. All right, we're live. Full contact fanatics. Brought to you by OTM. Got my man 86 here. My name is Dondo.
Yep. Our counterpart, Favi, is out. Had a little minor tune-up. Holding it down for you, Favi. Don't worry. Your seat is still here, and it'll still be here next week when you come back. That's right. Anyways.
The seat belongs to you.
That's right.
But we're proud to fill it for you, and we wish you all the best, buddy. You know, we all have our moments, and right now we hope you get well soon.
Yes, sir.
Coming off a busy weekend. We had a big Bellator event. We had UFC over the weekend. What else happened? The Dodgers going to the playoffs.
That's right.
Right?
If there's any baseball aficionados, Dondo and I attended on Friday.
We did, and there's always the fight to get to the pennant, right?
Yep,
so there's a fight involved there. We saw the Dodgers smash the Giants, as my partner 86 likes to watch every single year. Usually from a pub, but we had tickets this year.
That's right.
So feel free to send us some tickets for next year.
Or the playoffs, or the World Series.
As King Favi does, he matches it up. So the Dodgers playing the Giants next year in September. Tickets. I like the way he does the matchup, you know, talks to Dana White all the time.
Yeah, I feel you.
But, yeah, a busy weekend. Some pretty cool fights, some pretty cool upsets. We'll go through those cards. The Gym Crashers, that's the second part of what we do here. So Full Contact Fanatics comes to you here live, Mondays at 8. Gym Crashers goes out like man on the street, and we visit our counterparts in the MMA world and the BJJ world. And
schools, dojos, gyms, whatever you call them, academies were there. We were fortunate enough. And actually, before we continue, a huge shout out to Benil Dariush, who is fighting not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yep, the 7th, yeah?
The 7th, I believe, yes.
October 7th, UFC 216.
Got a fight against Evan Dunham. He was very welcoming and allowing us into his school, King's MMA in Anaheim, Anaheim Hills, you know, whatever you want to call it up there.
Anaheim,
yeah. Yeah. You know, he gave us basically a grand tour of the place, let us basically sit in for class. Our good friend helped us out. A couple good friends, two of your guys.
Yep. Two mini dojo guys and one of our good friends, David Carrillo.
Training partners.
Yep.
You know, nothing bad, I should say. Nothing but good things to say about
real
King's
good
MMA.
Experience.
Definitely a good experience.
They're running a tight show. We actually got to sit in on the Muay Thai class before anything, and they run a tight show with that class. But they were rolling, man. They were just letting loose.
Oh, yeah.
You know? There was a battle going on there. But all this coming to you on Gym Crashers. Tune in.
Don't forget about Nolan Tickman.
Nolan Tickman.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's a Muay Thai instructor.
That's right. Yep, Nolan Tickman.
Yep, he'll be in on the show too. We asked him to come on, so when King Favi does return, we're going to try to make sure Nolan gets in to interview him, and you can see what goes on a little further with the Muay Thai program over there at King's.
But we'll digress on the Gym Crashers thing. We'll we'll chop it up about that a little bit later.
Yeah, consider that a setup for future things to come.
Yeah, that's right. We're only getting started. We're just getting the ball rolling.
Yep. And hopefully all you saw that NAMFAM episode. That was our premiere. And Nam, thank you again. That was awesome.
Yep. And there's more where that came from.
Heck yeah.
So, let's begin.
Night. Yep. It was UFC Fight Night 117. St. Preux versus Okami.
In Japan.
It was in Japan. I don't know how many events have happened in Japan lately. I know Pride was always there, but you know about that, producer Robert?
I believe this is probably the third or fourth.
Third or fourth? Okay.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good.
I was pretty excited for this fight for a couple reasons, of course. Gomi, I'm an old school guy too, so, I like Gomi.
Dude, Gomi got, fucking smoked, dude.
And if you followed our past shows, Muay Thai Nick was here.
Yes.
And we both caught the news that Gokhan Saki was signed by UFC.
Yes, he's very excited about it.
I had been waiting for him to fight, and he was on this card, so I was super excited for that fight.
And he was not a letdown at all.
Yeah, but he looked like he was extremely tired.
Yeah?
Yeah, he did.
Well, give us the play-by-play since I don't actually know exactly what happened with that one.
Are we able to pull at least a little highlight up?
Yeah, Uncle Dana said no.
Well, how did that knockout punch occur? Because he did get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, Frankenstein over there backed him up into the corner, backed him up towards the cage, and it didn't look the greatest for Saki at that point. And the kind of power and speed that Saki has, he just kind of dodged a little bit, waited a few out, and then just crushed him. Just crushed him. And a lot of people think that they should have as soon as he hit the floor, the referee jumped in and people thought it was early stoppage, but you get cracked by Saki. And then if he follows up, that's so dangerous.
That's when the damage occurs.
Yeah, that dude is not going to get up from the second, third, or fourth punch. I mean, that guy fell flat on his back. I mean,
it's a first-round knockout.
Although that guy's tough as hell.
No, I actually wasn't.
That guy's super tough.
I wasn't actually that school with Saki until you guys mentioned it. Now, is he coming from
K1?
K1.
Yeah, I mean he's a glory guy.
I was gonna say I get the two confused, K1 and Glory. And
he's in Amsterdam.
Okay.
Another Amsterdam. He's Turkish, but he's kind of like Vanderlei Silva to me in a way. Like his favorite words are mother effer. And
those are my favorite words too.
Yeah, and all he wants to do is kill people.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to destroy people, but he has legit technique. I mean, the combinations that guy throws is ridiculous, and the speed that he has. If you watch his fights, you look at him. He's not like the buffest or cut or the biggest guy, but he's fighting like the monsters of K1.
Yeah, okay.
He's just.
I gotta check him out.
Amazing. Yeah,
okay.
he's an amazing.
For sure.
One of my all-time favorite guys at his weight class. Then, of course, for Muay Thai, kickboxing, Petrosian.
Yeah.
Giorgio, that's another.
What took him this amount of time to get to UFC? Where was he tied up at? With K1? Were they taking good care of him? How did we acquire him over here now?
I think that people are starting to move over because they're starting to make money in the UFC. I think I've seen footage of him getting rolled by... they had another female that... What was her name? Marlies Kunin?
Marlies Kunin,
I saw her roll him up like a long time ago.
So how's that groundwork for him? Not is it coming along?
I mean, he's been training with at Glory, so with all those guys. So of course he has some ground game. I don't know how much he focuses on that because
he's a striker.
Yeah, a monster.
An unbelievable striker.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Okay. Oh, okay. And then from there,
we got Dong Hun Kim versus Gomi. That was the big one.
Gomi, yep.
Yeah, we're gonna go for the top 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we'll talk about it. I mean, there's also
you know what? Start with the Jessica Andrade versus Claudia Gadelha.
So
that was an incredible one, and I don't know. It seemed like Claudia was the favorite. You know what I mean? She's kind of making a name for herself. Jessica came in there and just schooled her, to be quite honest with you. She slugged it out. It seemed like she outclassed her with her hands.
And, more with the takedowns. That's what I noticed.
It was so good. That was a really cool match to watch. Yeah. And in the end, got the unanimous decision because she rocked her in every round. Dominated every round. Went the distance, but dominated her. No? You got a difference of opinion on that?
No. I agree. And then,
I thought it was the takedowns personally that, kind of sealed the deal.
Yeah, well, they were there too. Yeah, she was able to take her down at will.
Yeah.
Backed her up against the cage. Relentless punches, constant punches. Did not let up. Yeah, and it was a bloody mess if you didn't see it. If you like those kind of matches where it just looks like they're painting each other in blood, it was probably the ugliest fight I've seen in a while as far as that goes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger.
She beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, there's some Freddy Krueger going on.
There's other cool people on the card like Nakamura. He's kind of a funny guy. Always does that standing K with his body.
Yeah.
He's always
Why don't we go down the lineup? So from that fight we got the Korean Zombie. No, what is Dong Hun Kim? The other Korean guy.
No, you're missing. That's not Stun Gun. You're thinking of Stun Gun, but that's not Stun
Gun. Stun Cock. I mean, the Stun Gun.
Got it.
That's not him. Yeah,
so versus, but he still took out Gomi.
Yeah, I mean, we all know Gomi's been around forever. He's not prime anymore. Since his epic run with Pride, he's never translated over. I think maybe it passed by him.
It's a different game.
This dude reminds me of a pitcher.
Yeah.
The way he throws a punch, it's like he's throwing a pitch off the mound. And if you get hit by that, you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that's Gomi. But other than that, like I mean, you everybody knows like he's got monster power, but you take him down.
So it's only a minute 30 in the first round, and he's tapping to punches. What happened?
The other guy just I think
Just
younger,
dominated him?
faster, bigger. I mean, just
And he wasn't able to defend, so they stopped it.
yeah. It was pretty good TKO. Yeah.
Okay.
Good stoppage.
So we talked about Saki versus Silva. Next is another Japanese versus Rolando Dio. Is that a Brazilian guy? Rolando?
I'm not familiar with Rolando.
No? What can you tell us
Well,
about
I do
Ishihara?
He's been around.
Yeah.
He's been around. Yeah, like in Japan scene.
Another unanimous decision, so just dominated Dai. Is it Dai or D?
I have no clue.
Rolando Dai.
Then before that, because we're going backwards, I guess.
Are we going backwards?
Yeah, we're going backwards.
Okay, well, I'm reading it how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, who's here? De Silva was, once the world's greatest at his weight class until he entered the UFC, and then now it's Mighty Mouse. Yuta Sasaki's been around as well.
But I don't think either of those two are contenders for Mighty Mouse.
At one time he was considered the best.
Well,
until he fought
Uncle Creepy.
Yeah, until Ian
and that wasn't even in the UFC. I think that was
Tachi.
Tachi, yeah, that's right.
Tachi Palace?
Yeah.
So why don't we just head up to the actual main event?
Fuck it.
OSP and
OSP against
Yushin
Yushin Okami.
Okay.
I was looking forward to seeing Yushin Okami come back with a W. Obviously it didn't work for him.
I mean, he's in his home. I mean, I thought that was what was going to take place, truly. I thought that he was going to bring it.
Well, he was on a roll, too. I know he had a couple wins under his belt before coming back.
OSP looks so good.
And the other thing was, is it OSP that's pulled off, I think, consecutive back-to-back of those shoulder chokes? Am I wrong, Producer Robert?
I'm not sure about the consecutive, but yeah,
I could have swore he did another one. Or, I don't know if it was him or somebody else, but somebody pulled off one of them, just freaking your shoulder and the...
Von Flue, he did Von Flue, Yushin. But the thing is, you got to remember, Yushin Okami did take this on super short notice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. You got to cut the guy some slack.
What is super short notice? A week? 2 weeks?
Yeah. He was out of the UFC for a while. He went back to deep.
But see, he had a solid, some solid wins under his belt before.
Yeah, I mean, he lost to David Branch in WSOF when he went over there.
David Branch ain't no chump. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But I mean, then again,
he did just get his ass kicked, but that's just
Yushin's been around for a while too, right? I mean, he's 34 and 11.
Are those Japanese promotions that are over there that I'm reading? Deep 75, Impact.
Yeah, Deep, Pancrase.
Okay, and then World Series of Fighting against Gaethje, Firmino. He won against Bradley.
Yeah, that was.
See, he was on a roll up till this fight. He was almost on his 5th win.
Yeah, but I mean, he saved the card, right?
Well, that was the reason you tuned in is because it's in Japan and Okami was on it.
So okay, anyway, so OSP coming off the win. Who do you guys think he should fight next?
In that weight class?
I know he even expressed interest in rematching Shogun. So,
well,
yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be on this card.
Yeah.
Makes sense in Japan too. Come on, think of what he did for Pride. People in Japan would love to see Shogun.
That's true.
Wow, they still can. How many more years has Shogun got?
Probably not that many, dude.
He's got a lot of war
equally
miles
on his way out. Yeah.
I believe the same thing too. I believe this is his last run. It's either win or go home for Shogun. I mean that, like I said, I'll never say that someone should quit.
No, me neither. Come to think about it, you know what really sucks? You ever stop and think a few years ago, the dudes you came up watching fighting Shogun and Vanderlei when all those shoot a box dudes were together?
Yeah.
Dude, those guys took such a beating, and most of them are, if not all of them, are almost on their way out.
Yeah.
They already did their last run.
That's what we got excited to watch. You know what I mean? That's what the game is changing.
Yeah.
How do you keep the viewers interested? How do you keep these fight cards interesting?
Because even at that, even guys I don't know who else I can mention. Look like Forrest Griffin or something like that. The guys.
Or BJ Penn.
Oh yeah, him too. Yeah, Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes is freaking trying to fight trains and shit. And
Yep.
Dude, that's crazy. They said like he's
Chuck
a freak of
Liddell.
nature. Like they said he was back on the mats a couple weeks ago. I'm like, what the? Like that guy.
But I mean, like just in general though, you know what I mean? Like again, like Matt Hughes and you saw Chuck Liddell, and
Yeah, I heard he wants to come back.
Chuck,
oh god,
Yeah, I heard
Seen him?
him come back.
I don't know.
He probably wants to fight Tito in Bellator.
well,
that'd be stupid.
Dan Henderson's still in it.
Yeah, but
I know he's special. I know
guy's
he's
special.
yeah.
No,
that's
he.
for sure.
Well, I mean, technically he retired already.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm trying to think who else is left out of that. Even like Machida, you know what I mean? Like, look at that
Diego's-
last fight between Machida and Luke Rockhold, dude. You know what I mean?
Diego Sanchez is still fighting.
Oh, which again, that upcoming pay-per-view card, Matt Brown said, "Yo, man, this is my last fight." I mean, like you said, I'm not one to tell people like, "Yo, I think you should retire," because that's all you. But like, I think that should be Diego deep down saying that, not Matt Brown. Matt Brown looks like he could still take a pretty solid beating here. Maybe one or two more beatings, but
Yeah, but I mean, the question is, do you still want to get beaten? I mean,
Well, no, but
I mean, if they're-
I'm saying he still has a few more, good brain cells left, as opposed to I think Diego is completely,
I don't know. Tony
Off his
Robbins.
rocker?
Tony Robbins.
Positive thinking, right?
Powerful individual.
Oh man,
Yes.
that guy's gonna
Isn't that
lead
the key
somebody
word?
to, like
Yes.
off themselves.
I like the beginning of Tony Robbins' story of how he had like $20 left in his pocket, didn't know where his next paycheck was gonna come from. Gave some money to a kid that he saw at a restaurant so the kid could take his mom out for lunch, and the kid was like 9 or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I like it. I like that you're a positive thinker.
Whatever works.
That's
But I don't know. Like I said, it just kind of sometimes I look back and I'm like, man, that sucks. Like,
Well, it's fortunate that we got to watch those fights, right?
yeah. Or even again,
It was a different world then.
Yeah, just going back to using examples like Rashad Evans too. I think that was like 4 straight that he lost.
That's the weird thing though, Rashad. Like, I was always like on the fence with that dude all the time.
Yeah.
I was always on the fence. I always
Agreed.
thought
I
he
couldn't
was-
fully get behind anything that he did because it went back and forth so much.
No, he had.
No,
runs.
he was on he had good runs.
He
Like
had
what,
really good
especially,
runs.
dude, especially when he knocked out Chuck, and then he beat the piss out of Forrest Griffin.
That was at the very end of both of their careers. But yes, I do understand that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't at their peak.
So, well, anyways, back to the fight card. So after the UFC, we had Bellator on Saturday. If you don't mind pulling that up for us, Mr. Robert. I don't remember all of the fights in order, so I'm gonna need a little assistance here. But yes,
It was
there
a
we
good
go.
one.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Benson Henderson was awesome.
So let's see. We could just start. Let's start from the top.
Lawrence Larkin, another awesome one, right?
Oh, dude.
Start from the top.
Yeah, we'll go.
Do what we got to do. We'll do it in order.
Yeah.
Patrick
first we got-
Freer. Oh, wait. Okay, we're going to start at the bottom. Alexander Lopez versus Gonzalez Trevino.
Yeah, this one was like just kind of Yeah, I mean
It went back and forth for 3 rounds, I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay. Check it out. The one I wanted to see was a local guy, Aaron Pico.
Yeah.
That's the one I was looking forward to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if you could bring that up
It's
again.
Justin Lin versus
Yes,
Pico.
and dude, on top of that, what a knockout!
Yep.
Did you watch that, Robert?
Yeah.
Tell us
guy
about what you
crushed
thought about
him,
Pico.
man. Crushed him. I mean, but the thing is, like did Pico's a pretty high like prospect. And
Sure.
all that, so he had some problems with his first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he crushed that kid.
Yeah, hopefully there's a way to reach out to that young man. Maybe we can get him in here and chop it up with him a little bit.
Talk to
He is
Pico?
local, yeah.
Where's he out of?
What do you call?
Well, last I checked, I follow him on Instagram and shit, and I know he's between like South County, I think, to like Body Shop and
So he is right here, right amongst us.
yeah,
But
he's
no home
super
gym?
local, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a home gym or not.
We'll give him a shout
I
out.
think it's Body Shop.
It's Body Shop?
Yeah, I think he's Body Shop guy.
Let's bring him
Okay.
in because that was a cool fight and I'd love to go over it with him. So remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for sure. What else do we have next?
Oh, dude, we had that freaking brawl between Roy Nelson and then Javi Ayala guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
That
dude.
was
they were
sick
both
fight.
big boys too.
Yeah.
Ayala was a big boy. Where'd they find him? Because that was a match. I mean, it's a belly match. Get in my belly.
And Roy took that one by decision,
Yeah,
you know?
big body kicks.
Yeah.
Just doing what he does. He's a kung fu master.
And then after...
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
He's a young dude, 29 years old.
I
man.
don't know about his nickname, though. Eye Candy.
Well, it is what it is. One man's candy is another man's cavity.
All right. So after the decision, what else? We
Danny
had...
Larkin.
Yeah, I was
Paul
kind of sad
Daly.
about this one. Like, I mean, Lewis Larkin, local, right? Local.
Yep.
locals, SoCal.
Riverside dude?
Riverside, yeah. Rocks the bell on his head.
Yep.
Reps his.
I thought for sure that he had that one too. I came into that one confident, thinking that he was going to dominate Daly.
Dude, I actually didn't know what to call on this one because Daly's arm length, he's got that.
You think
long
that's what
arms
the-
and
what
Not
power.
just that, dude. He's got a fucking killer... I don't even know if it's like a, you know, in particular his right hand, but dude, that
Missile.
dude is just missiles, dude.
Yeah, he explodes people, and the thing is, like, he's just a very good kickboxer. I mean, he's got hands, he's got feet, he's got good timing. So I mean, you got two guys that are extremely like
Good on their
very
feet.
good striker, and then I mean, I don't know if Paul Daly didn't hit him with that spinning backhand. Who knows how that fight would have went, right?
Rock him on his feet.
Caught him off guard and
Yeah.
then put him away.
Man, dude, to think like I mean, not to trail off here, but like, just again, going back about, you know, Paul Daly, dude, and like, when you kind of stop and think of all the dudes Nick Diaz has fought, and the fact that Nick Diaz completely annihilated that
Stopped
dude.
him in his tracks.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, there's a career cut short by nonsense. You know, it's a difficult call to have him out during the key time of his career.
Yeah, and
you
even
know?
at that, kind of going back to, again, what I was talking about earlier of, like dudes you kind of grew up watching and, like...
Oh, who didn't want to watch both Diaz brothers?
Well, dude, I mean, as opposed to them on their way out, you know what I mean? If anything, they freaking...
They got better.
They you know, they got that late start, late bloomer, whatever you want to call
Sure.
it, you know? I don't know. What do you think, Robert?
They certainly brought it every time.
Yeah, no, I mean,
They made it exciting.
yeah, I agree with that. It was exciting.
You know?
Yeah.
If you talk trash to build the fight up and you get everybody excited about it, then you know, I understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they were gentlemen afterwards,
Yeah,
right? They're professional.
for sure.
It was just that,
Yep.
building up a fight. They were good at it.
Okay, so we're on to Henderson Pitbull.
Well, that was a big one, yeah. I like watching
A
Henderson.
lot of people are on the fence with this one.
It was a tough call, yeah.
I heard it both ways, Henderson and for Pitbull. Who do you guys think took that one?
Oh, dude.
It's right down the middle. I mean, it's a tough call again. But,
I would be biased if I said it was Benson Henderson. But it almost seems like, dude, every decision that that his fights end up at, I should say, you know, it's like he always just like loses by a hair, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like,
What happened to the days when he was putting people down? I mean, he was finishing, you know?
I don't know. I mean, he's always been kind of like to the finish line kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't really recognize him as a
knockout
when you
artist.
think Bender Henderson, you think he dominates people for you know, he's got great grappling, really hard to submit, except unless you're Anthony Pettis, I guess you can submit him. But everybody else.
To be honest with you, I mean, again, not dissing or anything. I got nothing but respect for that dude. But the only fights I can seriously remember him for is just beating Donald Cerrone a few times.
And that in itself is a pretty good feat.
Yeah.
I
You know?
remember him.
I love watching Cerrone.
when he was fighting in Canada. It's the first time he was on a
I remember WEC.
before that he was on.
Was he on that TKO thing or whatever?
No. I can't remember what it was. It was the same one that Adam Lynn fought in too. When he fought that
MFC?
I think it could have been that. Yeah. Benson Henderson was on there a long time ago. And what I remembered about him is somebody like took his back and like tried to choke him out, and like that guy never gave up. So I was like, this guy is super hard to submit. That's
Wow.
all I remember with Benson Henderson.
I didn't know he fought
I think
that.
it was MFC.
Yeah. When you talk about MFC, dude, that actually brings up like all like those like I think of like Antonio McKee or like what's that guy's name? He actually died like a year maybe or two ago.
Yeah,
Ryan Jimmo.
Oh, Jimmo did pass away. That's right.
yeah.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know it was like a year or so ago.
Yeah. It's been a few.
But, anyways, so Pitbull came out the victor in that fight. Won a split decision. Oh yeah, you're right. I guess he did. Yeah.
Yeah. MFC. He fought Ricardo Terlani and Mike Mastis. I can't remember which one it was that I watched that he was almost impossible to submit. And I was like, dude, this guy is like got like some kind of superpower.
Well, probably not the one where he got choked out.
Yeah.
The one right after that. Ricardo Trioni. Maybe.
He got both of those guys.
He got both of those guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it looks like. Oh, you're absolutely right. He did win.
So he got both of them.
I'll check my bifocals, sir.
That was it for the two cards.
What about locally?
I'm not sure. Do you know any local fight cards that were?
Was there a Spar Stars event, or am I imagining things? That Queen Mary event?
I think that was October, dude.
Well, I can tell you what. On Friday night, there was the night of the Dodger game. Would have been Spar Stars at the not the Coliseum, the Coliseum, not Commerce, Coliseum. It was,
another one at the Coliseum.
It was OC Fight Night at the Coliseum, but they call it MMA at the Coliseum. What do they call it?
Gladiator
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Coliseum Gladiators. That was a cool event there. They put on another one. I know he's got the Commerce Casino coming up in another week.
Yeah, October 7th.
Yep. Good events. If you're local and you want to get out to something that's worth watching, go check out sparstars.com.
Can you pull up the card for next week's pay-per-view, Robert, with our good friend Benil?
Benny. Likes to be called Benny.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about Gordon Ryan yet?
Tell us your thoughts. We'll chime in.
Dude, that guy's like, I don't know, he's a jiu-jitsu freak, man.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
Just ridiculous.
I was actually kind of thinking about what Favi and Jiva were talking about. You know, how he kind of just sticks to his own. You know, he doesn't really cross over, I guess, into that IBJJF kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, you know, whatever. You know, that
he's got his own style.
He's got his own style.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking up the next fight cards. The Tony Ferguson card, is that next?
Yeah,
yes,
that's next
so. That's
Saturday,
right.
the
That's
7th.
Saturday.
Man, I have so much like
Say it.
weird like I don't know how to say it.
Yeah,
Pull up the card first.
Yeah, pull up the card. But like Ferguson, like he's just such a weird dude sometimes. Like he just throws me off. Like I don't know if it's like he comes off like douchey to me or something. Like I just can't watch him for too long. It's just the way he talks. I don't know. It just bothers me. But I mean, skill wise, the guy's amazing. But just like watching his promos or like whatever he does, I'm like, I just change channel.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I don't really pay attention to a lot of the dudes in their promo stuff. You know, it is, you know, I don't know. You know, I know they're just trying to you know, sell a fight, if you would.
But then again, Kevin Lee's not that interesting.
Yeah. All right, well, let's start with the main.
I do remember that B. I do remember him fighting Frank.
Yeah.
And he did not want to stand with Frank.
Yeah.
Who can blame him? You know what I mean? You catch one of those kicks.
So they're actually going to
baseball bat to the face.
Yeah. They're going to throw on the fight that they scratched from the last pay-per-view.
Dude, this card looks pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this now, like, damn, this card's really good. It's crazy because, like, so Bobby Green and Lando Venata.
Yep.
How do you not like that fight?
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, you know, I like Brad Tavares. You know, it's from Kailua. It's from Wahoo, so I'm always going to rep for my Islanders and Talos ladies. One of the best, you know, jiu-jitsu practitioners that they've ever had in professional mixed martial arts.
Where's he from?
From Brazil.
Brazilian guy?
Yeah. And then
Magomed?
I'm not going to try and take a stab at his
No.
name. Against John Moraga.
Mm-hmm.
I think, which I believe John Moraga is also from Phoenix. I'm not sure if he's from the lab too, isn't he?
I think he is. Out there in the lab from the last time. Yeah. He's from Arizona Combat Sports and says MMA Lab.
You guys got to get us out there. Meet those guys.
Go call
Jim
your boy.
crashing that.
Go call your boy up and tell him you're coming. Then we got Walt Harris versus Godbeer, Mark Godbeer. I can't remember Godbeer too much. You guys, I've seen him fight, but I just can't remember.
Nah.
Move your way up.
Yeah.
The fight card gets better as we go.
Some newer names.
Walt Harris.
We're on to number 5. Matt
Matt Schnell.
against Marco Beltran.
Yeah.
That should be pretty good.
Yeah. And then Will Brooks, man.
Will Brooks and Nick Lentz, that should be pretty good.
Yeah.
And then-
What's that? He's the Carney?
I think so, yeah.
Carney?
yeah.
Funny.
And then we got Evan Dunham against Benil Dariush.
How do you guys see this fight going?
I don't know, man. I mean, to be honest with you, both of them are sluggers, dude.
Yep.
You know?
I feel Benil has a little bit better technique. I mean, not a little, but I think his technique is actually better than Evan Dunham. I feel like Evan Dunham is more thudding and straightforward. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I feel like Benil has more of a
He has a technical
better,
approach.
Yeah, better technical Muay Thai.
He's going to mix it up a little different.
I think Dunham reminds me of a MMA striker. You know,
Yeah.
you work on your hands, you work on your kicking, your boxing, and all this, but it's not like.
But you don't work on that one single...
Yeah, that one special, Muay Thai techniques and stuff. So I mean.
Well, if he's been working with Nolan, the one thing you did say about Nolan is that his striking was a little bit different than you've seen in a lot of other people. So.
Well, it's not the difference. It's like when I was watching Nolan Tickman, you could see the feints in between his combinations. He has different hesitation and he breaks rhythm with certain things he does. It's almost like if you watch a film and it stutters, it skips.
Mm-hmm.
In between his combinations, he has a tick, he has a glitchy feint that it's just that would throw me off every single time. I wouldn't know what. I would kind of get confused. So
Sure.
Yeah, that guy trips me out when I watch him. Yeah, Tickman's pretty sick. But I mean, Dunham is tough as shit though. So.
And Dariush has had some pretty good wins when you look at his record. I mean, I saw
Jim
some
Miller,
some big
Jim
names
Miller,
on there. But yeah, Evan Dunham's another big fight. I like to watch Evan fight. So for Benil taking that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, he took a pretty bad knee against Barbosa.
Uh-huh.
So I really hope, that mental aspect is not gonna hold him back or anything like that. But when I seen him and when we talked to him and did the gym crashers, that dude seems so focused.
He seemed like he seems focused. He was focused.
He seemed like a Zen master to me, dude.
Yeah.
He was in a zone, but still able to talk to us.
Yeah.
You know?
And then again, he's coming from Kings, and those dudes probably beat the shit out of each other on the daily.
Yeah.
So I don't think he even thinks twice about that kind of stuff, right?
Well, again, just looking at him here, I mean, dude, he's got, he beat Michael Johnson, he beat Jim Miller, he beat Darren Cruikshank.
Yeah, and Cruikshank was kind of one of the guys that people were excited about.
Yeah.
He was kind of what's that other karate kid that's out there right now that Woodley fought twice?
Wonder Boy?
Yeah, Wonder Boy. That's what I feel. I feel like Cruikshank was Wonder Boy before Wonder Boy.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you, dude. It almost seemed like they were kind of trying to hype him up, a lot. And not saying he disappointed or nothing, but it just didn't seem like he, because I don't even think he's with the UFC anymore, right?
No.
Right? Okay.
No.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so moving on. What else we got? Paige Van Zandt against Jessica Ai.
That's an interesting one.
Oh, dude.
Is Paige coming off a loss? I think she is. And then Jessica Ai's a look.
Rose, right?
Yeah.
Was it Rose?
I think Rose got her. Yeah, last one. Yep.
No. She
Michelle. Oh,
lost to-
Karate Hottie.
Yeah, that's right.
Karate
Michelle
Hottie got it.
Watterson.
Yep. And then what was Jessica Ai's last bout? Just curious. Is she the one that got into it with Cyborg just recently?
Nah, that
On the
was
street?
Ooh, Jessica
Lost to Betch Correa.
Jessica I is lost to.
She's got
lost
4
4.
losses back to
But,
back to
I
back
mean,
to back.
They're like all monsters though in that division, right?
Yeah.
All like contenders.
Misha, Sarah McMahon, Betch Correa, Juliana Pena. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, Leslie Smith. She beat. I mean, so she hasn't fought like easy fights. They're just. I mean, I think didn't they all pretty much one time or another fight for the belt except for Pena?
Yep. That's a stacked weight class, right? I mean, that's why they're branching out and they're dropping the weight now to what is the new weight class? 115?
115, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, and then we got Verdum versus Derek Lewis.
Well,
I thought
who do you
Derek
got
was
with the
retired.
girls? Before we get in there, who do you got with those girls? I'm gonna put my money on Paige.
Yeah, it's hard to go against.
I'm going to go for Jessica I, and the only reason being is after,
For-
a few losses,
We're betting bean and cheese
Do
burritos.
or die right now.
yeah, pretty much, and I'm almost certain she would come back, looking for that W, dude.
She needs it
She needs it, yeah.
a lot more than Paige does.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, getting back to
actually,
Verdum.
this just in from B. Brian said that Paige pulled out. So
She's
that fight's
injured.
Not, she's not fighting.
So who's in?
Oh,
I don't know. I'll look that up. But while I look that up, I guess you guys can go over Derek Lewis and Verdum.
Derek Lewis and Verdum. What do you think, Miguel? I put my money on Verdum. He's been bringing it
I'll take
lately.
Verdum.
He's been kind of on his game,
Yeah.
straight out of Venice,
I thought that
partially.
didn't Derek Lewis retire in the ring last fight?
It's a big boy,
Against
dude.
Mark Hunt?
That
Didn't
is
he
a
retire?
big boy to stand up against Verdum. I know Verdum's tall, but this guy's
I didn't know he retired.
Yeah, I swear he retired after the Mark Hunt fight.
Maybe.
I think he was done.
You might be right. They step back in. 6'3", 264. Jeez almighty.
The crazy part about this guy, like this guy, social media wise, Derek Lewis, he's all over the place, man. He's all over the place. Like that baseball field one that he took a picture, and then like the hurricane, like he's been helping. The floods. He's been helping
cool.
people with the floods. Like so. I
He's
mean,
from Houston, brother.
He's
That's
an
why.
interesting dude.
He was in the flood.
Yeah, but
His house might have got flooded.
yeah, and then he
Cross
went
your
out and
fingers
helped
for the man.
everybody else. So
No, you got to help other people, right?
yeah, he seems like a good dude.
Where's that Silverback Fight Club at? In Houston? That's a cool name, Silverback Fight Club.
I have no clue where his fight
Nah,
club is.
it's got to be out there in his hometown.
I don't know.
Well, I changed the channel before. I saw Miguel's favorite, or 86's favorite advertisement.
Yep. That's right, dude.
Going trout fishing.
All right. So after that, what's we got Demetrius Johnson, Ray Borg
That's huge.
Yeah,
I think
for
that'll be
Demetrius,
very
right?
interesting.
It's
for
the-
Demetrius. Yeah.
What do you mean for Ray Borg? It's interesting too.
No, it's interesting for Demetrius. Because I mean, like
He wants to get that,
he wants
That
that
win?
streak. He wants
Yeah.
to beat. He wants to be.
and
the
Ray
king,
Borg
right?
doesn't want him to get it.
I'll be honest. I mean, in the sense that I hope Demetrius Johnson reaches it, because
It needs to be done.
his light heavyweight counterpart, got
Yeah.
popped for some stuff he shouldn't been using. Hey, whatever. I'm not gonna go on
And
a
you know
rant
what?
on that.
You're right, though. You're right. It's interesting because it's usually stuff like this happens, right? The guy that everybody counts out
Yeah.
on the time that
I'm an
somebody's
underdog guy.
supposed to like
Clinch.
crown himself with, being the greatest fighter of all
Yeah.
time.
Maybe his shin gets broken in half. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you never
happened,
know.
right?
Yep.
But I hope.
I hope Ray Borg at least just kind of
holds his own. Like at least show.
at
Brings
least
it.
makes
Bring
weight,
it.
dude.
At least makes weight.
At least makes weight.
Make sure
I'm just saying.
You just want the fight to actually happen.
Yeah, you got to make weight,
And the funny thing is, like, you would say this, and everybody says it all the time, like, oh, they're gonna make weight. It's for a title. Shit, how many times people not make it for a title lately?
He's 5'4", dude. How much can he pack on?
I don't know, man.
You'd be surprised, dude. So you'd be surprised.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Paige has a back injury. So that's why she-
If anybody could surprise you with how much they could pack on,
Oh, dude.
leave it to me and Robert.
Yeah. I don't know.
We're the kings. Yeah, don't even give yourself a hard time. Broken ankle, still looking good.
I try,
Whatever. I put my money on Ray Borg. Bean and cheese burritos it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna take a stab at that. Fuck yeah.
Taco truck downstairs.
Hey, fuck it, dude.
We're going to go out. We're going to Taco Bell.
No. There's a taco truck downstairs. I can
Oh, I
collect.
know.
That's easy.
That's true. Yeah.
And the tacos are
They
bomb
don't
for
sell
$1.
beans downstairs. They know who's upstairs.
By the way, our studio has a taco truck outside.
Yeah, taco truck. Just, what is it? Samitas? Something? Poblano Samitas.
Whatever, dude.
And they're bomb.
Give me a free quesadilla. I'll eat it right now,
He
dude.
sponsors this. He sponsors this dojo and podcast studio. Why? Because we eat there every day.
Yeah, I mean,
We have no choice but to eat there.
That's right. It's a gentleman for coming here.
Would you
Why?
guys just like to say what's up to Byron?
Byron and Brian Atkinson, thank you for tuning in, gentlemen.
Yup.
Yeah,
You guys are homies.
Mike Killen as well. What's
Come
up,
in and
Mike
do the
Killen?
show, guys. King Fabi's here for you.
That's right.
That's
Like I
cool.
said, he just needs a minor tune-up. You
Yep.
know? He'll be back. He'll be all right.
Both of them.
Yep.
Come here and hang out with
And then
King
after
Fabi.
that, we got the main event.
Tell us about that main event, Robert.
Tony Ferguson.
What do you think? You said some
And
things
Kevin
earlier
Lee.
that I must agree with.
Look,
I'm gonna be straight up, dude.
Kevin Lee.
Hey, I'm down to like watch Demetrius Johnson and Ray Borg, and I'm good to split.
Yeah, that's hardly a
Nah.
big draw.
Nah, I don't. I mean, nothing against neither of them. Nothing like that. But it's just I don't know that it just doesn't interest me. You know.
Tony Ferguson, Kevin Lee does interest me quite a bit because although when you give Tony Ferguson the mic and he puts the sunglasses on and he says whatever he says, I don't pay attention. I don't want, it just bugs me. But watching him actually fight, I like because the dude fights. He's not trying to get a decision.
Are you talking about Tony Ferguson?
Yeah, he's not trying to get a decision. He does crazy stuff. Like he'll try to like go all Imanari on somebody and roll up somebody in a leg lock.
Yeah.
He's got lots of skills, and he can wrestle, he can box, and he's not afraid to take chances to make the fight interesting. So yes, if you just don't let him touch the microphone and say weird stuff, I'd be a huge fan.
Oh,
Although,
God.
like, I'm kind of biased because he fought Frank Park, and that wasn't.
It wasn't a fight.
Yeah, it wasn't the fight that I wanted to see.
Nobody let Frank's hands fly.
But yeah, I mean, Kevin Lee's cool too. Very athletic guy, pretty fast, but he kind of yaps a lot too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's just a combination of that just it doesn't interest me. You know,
I think people feel that way.
regardless-
It's forced, right? It's forced. It's like we get Connor all the time, and then now we got you guys trying to imitate Connor. So
Oh,
You
God.
can't imitate
yeah,
that.
no, he can't.
Get
And
a-
even at that, Connor gets super annoying.
Yeah, be original in what you do, right?
You know.
It's already been done. Do something else.
and of course we had the ADCC.
Yeah,
World Champions.
talk about that.
Yeah, school me, dude,
We
school
had
me.
world,
We did mention about Gordon Ryan, only
Yeah.
22.
Yep.
Just killing the game right now.
cleaning house.
Um,
Where does he
course-
come from, Gordon Ryan?
He's Danaher's Death Squad dude.
He's one of the Death Squad guys. That's why I know that name.
so here's
Give us the roll down.
So, there was an interesting match, right? I mean, everyone wanted to see what happens when you put Chael Sonnen against Leo Vieira.
Oh Jesus.
Chael Sonnen won.
We're just talking about this.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Because of the wrestling? Did he out wrestle him? Do we got a play-by-play on Chael? What do you think? We know Chael's got good ground and pound, but that's not this game.
Yeah, but he already won.
I realize he already won.
Yeah.
What is the?
I didn't see it. Did you watch it?
This is not an MMA match. How does Chael? Does he out wrestle a jiu-jitsu man? Is that what happens?
I don't know. I
Leo
didn't
Vieira's a
see it.
high-level jiu-jitsu guy.
I don't know. It already happened. I didn't see
Okay.
it.
Okay. Well, we'll have to review that on a future show.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing it up. This is what makes our show interesting: is the commentary and interaction between the host and producer.
That's right.
Nothing but love for the guy.
Yeah.
He brings
So,
out the best in everyone I
So
know.
we'll run down. We'll run it down. Okay. So we had the champions. Ruben Charles took or Cobrina took the 66 kilograms. Do you know what that equates to?
Like 150 something.
I don't have a clue. We don't do that measurement here in the good old US of A. We go by pounds.
That's 145.
The buck 45ers.
Okay, close enough. Whatever.
Yeah, so 145, and then
I got a few
JT
kilograms
took
on him.
probably the 155. Then Gordon Ryan probably took the 165, 170, I guess. Yuri Simone's got that 99 kilogram. I don't know what that is, maybe 200. Then Buchecha won, of course, the Open. Beatrice won the women's 60 kilogram under, and the hottest.
What's Beatrice's last name?
Huh?
What's Beatrice's last name?
Mesquita.
Okay. And then Gabby.
Yeah, your dream girl, Gabby Garcia.
Holy moly. Hey.
The
giraffe hunter.
I want to like see her in person. I just want to
Just to see if you're taller than her?
Yeah, how big she is, right?
Dude, she's gonna make you look like a shrimp,
She's
dude.
gonna fall in love with you because you're a panda bear.
She's gonna pick you.
Pound that panda.
She'll have you spread eagle, dude.
That might be the case. And you could probably do the split still if I know you, Mr. Yoga Man.
So the super fights were Andre Gaval, and he beat Claudio Colassins.
Yeah.
Dude, Henzo Gracie, Sanai Kikuta, Henzo Gracie won.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd have been cool to see.
That would have been cool to see, yeah.
And then Chael at the last one?
Yeah, and Chael Little That'd be that.
And where was this held at? Do you know where that was?
Wasn't this in Canada or some shit like that?
It's just interesting that we have Abu Dhabi, but it's no longer in Abu Dhabi.
Finland. That's right. Yeah. You're right. Okay. Man.
That's an interesting place to hold it. Now, where's it coming up next? Good question.
Next World Championships or a
The
trial?
next Abu Dhabi trials. Qualifiers. Spanish Open,
October, yeah, Spanish Open. Then you got,
Moldova.
yeah, in October. Wait, that's in the wrong order. We got to start at, that's July, August, September.
So next is Moldova.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Germany.
next-
Germany's
the next
next.
is Germany, the German Championships. So, yeah.
Cool.
Moldova, you're going to get a bunch of Sambo dudes.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Sambo, shout outs to our good friend.
Giovanni.
Yes, sir.
What's his name? Monster Giovanni
Varela.
Varela.
That's
Varela
right.
the Killer.
Shout
His
out
dad,
to him,
too.
man.
His old man's the dude. We didn't get him on the show yet, but his old man is the guy.
So hopefully,
Gym Crashers
sorry,
there, right?
yeah, kind of trailing off a little bit here. Hopefully we can get Gym Crashers over there one day.
Oh, that's part of this. It's part of what we do. King Fabi's here in-house for all of you that are wondering. And then 86 and myself are now on the street. We're Gym Crashers.
Yep.
And coming to a dojo, training center, gym, whatever you may call it, the place where you learn your martial art, we're coming out to you. Reach out to producer Robert, give him a heads up, and we'll set a date.
And then if you guys can, tune in on Thursday evenings, Thursday night, whatever.
Thursday night, Friday morning. That's when Gym
Yeah.
Crashers do post. I posted.
We post them live, or not
post
live,
them-
but
or
on
not
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube and Facebook.
If you hit us up, we'll send you a link.
Yeah.
Text us, message us somehow, we'll get you a link.
Yeah. We got Kings coming up. What do we got?
King's MMA this week with Benil Dariush, who is fighting on UFC 216 on
Yep.
the 7th of October.
And just a quick small recap. I mean, again, everybody there was welcoming.
Oh, man, they're
Super
like
welcoming.
homies.
Nolan Teekman, Benny.
You came into their house, and they were so welcoming that we felt like
What
we
was
were
his
at home.
brown belt name? David?
David, yeah. I
That
don't know
dude was
David's
cool,
last
too.
name, but, man, he's working for that black belt, and he's working hard, and he and I suffer from the same injury.
Yeah.
So we're like brothers
We
now.
won't elaborate too much because then we'll give the whole show away.
Yep.
But
Coming up.
just
Good interviews.
just a quick summary. I mean, I think when Robert and myself got there, Benny had just woken up. You know, he has a little office space and
Yeah. We
crashes
all
on
need
the
to rest,
couch.
man. That's part of being at the top of your game.
Well, in his case, I mean, dude, he's getting ready for,
Yeah,
you
he's-
know.
he's got a tight
And on
plan.
top of that, he still teaches class.
Yep.
Still, you know.
Instruction.
Instructs, you know, interacts with his students.
Yep.
He doesn't just, you know.
It doesn't go off onto a high belt that's underneath him that would take care of things while he's focused.
Yeah.
He still takes care of class.
still
Still
takes care
does
of class.
interviews.
Yeah.
Still talking to kids that come in off the street. Making sure that the program is run properly.
Yeah, that's right. We
Never took his eyes off the ball.
We hit up a couple of his really new students.
Yeah.
I think he had mentioned he had just opened his place up there.
We got veterans, we got new students, we got newcomers, we got old guys, we got it all there. So it was cool.
There was even a K1 champion there, too.
There was a K1 champion.
Oh yeah. Higa, I believe.
Yep.
For the life of me, I just couldn't remember his last
Giga.
name.
Giga.
Giga, yeah.
And he was rolling. It wasn't Muay Thai that he was, but he did kick someone in the face on the ground, which is interesting. With your training partners, happens. And I think his training partner actually clocked him with an elbow. He came back with a.
I don't know. Both of them were just like teeing off on each other, even though it was just grappling. You know what I mean?
They were intense, man. They were going at it. It was a really cool environment. I like the mats there. I like the setup. It was a pretty good space.
Yep.
Yeah. The set. Yeah.
Nice and clean. There's changing rooms there too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But looking at the future, we got Chad George coming up next week. We'll be out with him and his crew at CMMA in Gardena.
What do we got this week?
This
week, I believe we're heading over to Rounders.
That's right, Balquatch, and that we're lining the weeks up. Balquatch coming up, Chad George right after that, CMMA.
And then hopefully, knock on wood, we'll get out to.
We're gonna come out to you, buddy.
And then we'll get out to Mr. Varela's place.
Yeah, we definitely want to get out there.
I think New Breed. We're supposed to do New Breed too.
That's a possibility. That's up in the air. Just talk to those folks. But thank you for bringing that up.
Yep, that's right.
We're not opposed to going anywhere. Just give us a holla.
Adam Lynn, I'm sorry.
Adam Lynn's really a good guy. So, we got to make time for that.
You guys have a lot of places that you
we've got quite a few places to hit up.
Yeah. Check Matt, too.
Check Matt. Talking to him.
Check
Leo Vieira, man, he's got a great place in Seal Beach now, too. So, start putting up places on the beach.
Yeah. What about Steve's place?
I don't know who that is.
What the hell are you talking about?
Fabi's got to do that.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? Anywho, now you made me lose my train of thought. Thanks. What the hell was I getting at? Anyways, so yeah, Gym Crashers. You know what I'm saying?
Tune in, yep.
That's right.
But King Fabi, we hope you're doing well. This is his seat that I'm squatting in at the moment. He runs a tight show. He gets some great guests. I know he's got people lined up. We've done everything from MMA.
Next week.
Joker
Guyman
tune
in. He's got Mike Joker Guyman next week. Yes, that's right.
Hopefully. And then we're also not only focusing just on
it isn't just MMA. We had some wrestlers in. We've had some different folks here in Full Contact Fanatics.
We got some special other guests too, like Dr. Rath, who is actually an office across of us, who works on pretty much anything
sports
therapy. So we'll be having segments with that guy when he comes back.
We all need that. If you train at any level or involved in any athletics, sports therapy is something you should have your eyes on, because we all got to come back from something at some point.
Coming from that, I just reached out to Healthy Meals, I believe, Healthy Meals Kitchen.
Okay. And don't know what that is, but you tell us, yeah.
Yeah, so send them an email. We kind of text back and forth, so hopefully we'll get them on so you guys can see what meal prepping is all about for them, and what fighters and people that are using it for fitness and everything that they provide for.
So that's the thing. You reach out to someone, they cook for you?
Yeah,
I don't know anything about this.
Me neither. That's why I'm interested for them to come on so they can tell us.
If it doesn't come from a window from someone that I'm speaking to directly, I've never done
it. Crazy part is we've eaten there billions of times.
At their family restaurant, yes.
Yeah.
Never been there. We never ordered that on their healthy menu.
Well, I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yeah, we just ordered the pizza.
If you got healthy pizza, I never heard of it.
And of course, we can't forget a shout out to our training partners, our homies who help us out with Gym Crashers. Our good buddy Art, our good buddy David.
He brought it. David brought it.
Yeah.
Javier, JT, my boy, brought it. James.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Each week we try to get not just ourselves out there, but our crew and our training partners come with us, and we take something home with us by learning from other people, but we bring what we do to them. So that's what martial arts is about. We like to share. It's a give and take, I
think Brian said millennia. I know Brian wants
to
do a
absolutely.
Show with us too.
Whatever it takes.
So, yeah, and we're not opposed to taking people from other dojos from the dojo.
No, hit us up. You want to be on the show, hit us up. You can roll with us.
Yeah.
We like that. We're trying to build the crew.
Yep.
Constantly changing things up. Not just MMA, we're going to step outside of that as well. There are other traditional martial arts that we're interested in showcasing and learning about, and making sure we bring it to your attention as well.
Yes, Brian, we invited you. Brian goes,
Byron, too. Byron, get us out there to Dan Henderson's. We'll just talk about it.
Yeah.
Byron.
Fucking. Well, never mind.
Yeah, what he said.
Miguel's just gonna.
But anywho, I digress. Tune in next week. Favi will be back.
Favi's coming back.
That's right.
That's right. Swift recovery, buddy.
That's
Out
right,
one
man.
show, we got you back in. Thank you for letting us cover.
Yep. That's, you know.
And yes, possibly Joker coming in too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
possibly.
Possibly.
Yep. So, cool.
I think producer Robert's got some information for us.
Yeah,
He's
no,
bringing
we
it
just
up right now. What are you thinking?
We always got to go through the people that take care of us, or like, you know.
OTM.
OTM, they bring it. They bring this show to you. This is what we're all about. This show is brought to you by On the Mat.
Yep.
My homeboys here at Death Angel providing me with a wardrobe. Otherwise, I'd just be wearing a T-shirt. So I have a new one every week because they sent me the package.
Salvation Army. Hey, I love digging through your dumpsters. I don't give a fuck. That's right.
Lucky
Yup.
Gee. Don't
Lucky
forget
Gee,
luckygee.com, myluckygee.com. Check them out as well. You know what? You got to talk about Tony. You got to say what's up to Tony.
Yep, Tony with Spar Stars. Tony, T-Bone Steaks. Look him up, sparstars.com. The events are coming. We just had the Gladiator at the Coliseum, LA Coliseum event. That's the second one that I know of. We went to the first. This one just went off on Friday. We have an event here at Commerce Casino, live martial arts, brought to you by Spar Stars.
Oh, man. So many good
Coming up.
stuff going on next weekend.
The dude is busy. The dude puts together local fighters in an awesome setting. I just can't say enough good things about how it goes off. There's food trucks. Lord knows I like a food truck.
Celtic Gladiator.
Celtic Gladiator coming up in December.
That's right. Chicago, LA.
Right now they're in Poland. Then they're in London.
London, Poland. They're coming back to LA.
LA in
then
December. Chicago in January. And come see us. Gym Crashers, Full Contact Fanatics will be there at these events. You see Spar Stars, you see Celtic Gladiator, you'll see Full Contact Fanatics, you'll see Gym Crashers there. Representing these guys who are great partners and friends of our show.
Cool.
Right, that's it.
That's it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.
Like it on Instagram.
So look out for Gym
Facebook,
Crashers coming at you.
YouTube,
Full
subscribe.
Contact Fanatics. Keep talking. I love it.
Yep. Peace.
Thank you, 86.
Thank you, Dondo.
I
Thank
love
you,
it.
Robert.